My name is Erin Cox. I'm the U.S. publicist for Frankfurt Book Fair, and I'm delighted to be here to sort of kick off our audio mini-conference. So thank you all for being here. One of the things that we talk about when we talk about books in translation, print books in translation, or ebooks in translation, we talk a lot about the translator. But when we're talking about audiobooks, we almost never talk about the narrator. And yet the narrator is a translator in some senses, aren't they? So one of the things that we wanted to do was to offer a different kind of voice to kick off our mini conference. So we've asked Dion Graham to share a video with us to talk a little bit about the role of the narrator of audiobooks. If you don't know Dion Graham, he's an American actor known for his roles in HBO's series The Wire, the film Malcolm X, and as the voice of the TV show The First 48 Hours. It's funny because I've seen The First 48 Hours a number of times, and then I've heard his voice a number of times, and then I talked to him, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm right in it. Dion has narrated more than 250 audiobooks and has won 9 audio awards, 71 earphone awards, 3 Listen Up awards, 1 Odyssey award, and has earned a place on AudioFile magazine's list of golden voice narrators, as well as entering Audible's Narrator Hall of Fame. So without further ado, we'll hear from Dion, and then we'll jump into our panel discussions for today.
Hey, I'm Dion Graham. I'm an actor and narrator, and I'm delighted to be here today to talk to you about audiobooks. I wish I could be with you, but this is the next best thing. And to that end, we thought we'd kind of structure this like questions from the audience. So, for those that don't know me, I work in film, theater, and television, and I'm delighted that I get to narrate things. And particularly in this realm, it's just a particular joy of mine to bring these books to life, to bring these stories to life. And so let's just jump right in. First question was, how did I come to record my first audiobook? Well, this story is one I've told before, but I was doing a show in London, world premiere of a new play, and met a friend of a friend who is an actor and also a narrator who narrates both in London and in New York. And I said, oh, that sounds like fun. When I get back, maybe you'd be kind enough to make an introduction. And they did, and I had no idea that I would fall in love with this aspect of my work as much as I have. And of course, I had no inkling that I'd get so much appreciation for it too, but it's been a really great journey, and really honored and delighted to bring these stories to life. So, how does recording audiobooks compare to the rest of my work as an actor? That's a great question. I'll say this, one big difference is that I'm playing all the characters, all the parts, including the narrator, the storyteller. I approach it in the same way, to tell you the truth, though. The work has different aspects to it, but I approach them in the same way in terms of just trying to bring the story to life based on how I'm hearing it, how I'm understanding it, and my own creative response to what I think the author's trying to say. And I do that across mediums. And in this particular one, there are infinite possibilities because stories can be told in all kinds of different ways and still be powerful and effective or hilarious or daring. So all kinds of different ways to approach a story. All right, so do I talk to authors before I record the book? And how does that relationship work? And what kind of responsibility do I feel in bringing these stories to life? I love having a chance to have a chat with the author ahead of time. And if it's at all possible, I'll always jump at it. Invariably, I find out something in talking with the author that I would not have known had we not talked, that totally enhances the telling of the tale. I find it really, really important. I could give you example after example of things that I would not have known, but I won't do that here. But it's just, it's really, really important. Other people may work differently, but that's what I like to do. And I do take the responsibility seriously, in that, like, an author sat down to write this story or to channel this story. And so I really feel like it's my responsibility to find out whatever I need to know that will make the story come to life in a vivid way, or in whatever way that it occurs to me that the author is trying to bring the story to life. So, what does it mean to be the voice of some of these personal stories or characters in the novels? I've been blessed to tell a lot of great stories, from Miles Davis in his autobiography, Miles, to much of the work of Dave Eggers, from his heartbreaking work of Staggering Genius, which was his own metafictional memoir, to Muhammad Ali, to so many, and a special one that's about to come out. Those are the nonfiction side, and also from so many other stories, from Colin McCann to new fabulous authors coming out as well, like Blitz Bazawule, who is about to open his new version of Color Purple that he's directing. And it's just, it's fabulous and meaningful to me to get the chance to tell these stories, and to tell them with dimension and with integrity and creativity. So I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be able to do that, and I think it's great. Do I prefer fiction or nonfiction? I like them both. I like good stories. As long as they're great, I say bring them on. Recently, I have been working on both fiction and nonfiction, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute, but it's great. I like bouncing back and forth. I'm sure that all of you know that audiobooks are the fastest growing aspect of the publishing industry at the moment. And a lot of people are really, really enjoying experiencing literature in this form as well. And if you have a great narrator, it's a completely different experience. I love to read. Reading's a big thing for me, but it is a stepped up experience, I guess, to have someone great tell you the story as well, and to bring it to life in your own imagination. And I love that. I love it. Okay, yes, all right. So, in knowing that so many people come to stories through audiobook land, I wanted to share, I just wanted to share the fact that, like, I've heard many times from various different authors how people come to their work through my narration of their audiobook, and about how people are knocked out about it, including awards committees, general listeners, their favorite celebrities, and that's a special honor to me. I was so touched. The authors of His Name is George Floyd, that I narrated last year, which won the Pulitzer, they regularly, from the moment we started working on the book and the kind of way in which we were communicating about it, they regularly let me know, including when we talked the night before the Pulitzer was announced, that so many people come to the book. In fact, they said most people come to the book through the audiobook. And so I was very touched to have them tell me that that this was our book, Of course, they wrote it, and I give it up to both of those, both Tolu and Robert. But that was a stunning thing to say and stunning thing to realize, that this is the impact that this art form, that this medium is having on our society and on the listening public and on publishing. And it really meant a lot to me. Really meant a lot to me. Let me tell you a few things that I'm working on now, in case you want to get out there and listen. Recently, I finished narrating We Are the Crisis, which is the second book in the No Gods, No Monsters trilogy by the great Cadwell Turnbull. It's fantastic. It's a grown-up fantasy, I would say, and it certainly asks the question of us, of what if we are the monsters? I'll let you dive in there to find out what that means. And also, I had the great honor of narrating Sly Stone's biography, which is about to come out. Thank you for letting me be myself again, which is coming out soon. I'm excited about that and proud of that. And then I have the Nick Travers mystery series, 4 books that are about to come out. Well, I got to record them first. But they'll be great when they come out too, I think. Yeah, and that's what's on tap. And then, of course, there's some other stuff that's going on in other realms. And I'll be happy to tell you about those when we run into each other. In the meantime, I just want to say, enjoy yourselves. It's a pleasure to be with you. And next time, maybe in person. Thanks. Bye.